Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Sagittarius. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting me and keeping me safe, for protecting the collective and keeping us safe. Sagittarius, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Sagittarius, this is a reading for April 2025. We're just clearing away from the eclipse of the moon and eclipse of the sun, so we're dealing with a lot of change that could be on a mental level, physical, spiritual, emotional. Just feeling like I'm going fast here. Just taking that time to reflect. I think that's what it is. Maybe that's what you've been doing. Taking that time to reflect on change that's coming. Oh boy, you have a tower showing up here. We have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. So, and then we have the Lover's card with the 4 of Pentacles. So you're really going through a big change. And then we see the 2. It should be the 2 of Cups. Yes, commitment. So could be that having that unfair treatment, or thinking that someone's been unfair, or just experiencing that unfairness, having that recognition come in, and abundance, or family, going off the beat, not sure, wanting to work out something, wanting things to change, feeling that you put all that effort in, and now you want to see change again, and it feels like a frustration though. Again, there it is. Maybe you caught someone, or suspicions, or the suspicious behavior that is being called out. It's an offer. Apology for suspicious behavior. Apology for You see, looking away from that, deviating from an offer. This is where the change is coming in, where you're making a judgment call. You want to do business, or you want to build a family, you want to build a home, but you're feeling that you can't. You're feeling that you have to pull back. That's why things are moving quickly here, because you feel like you have to make a quick decision. You're thinking on your feet, or at least someone is thinking on their feet. But this is Aries time, so you're going to be thinking about yourself, and that's probably why you're reacting the way you are, where you're thinking, I have to take care of me, I have to really focus on what I want, my goals. And that is what you're supposed to be doing. The tower coming in is only going to help determine what goals you want to focus on, because you have a lot going on. All those pentacles, reputation, someone's trying to tarnish your name somewhere, maybe at work. People you're dealing with, they're not being totally honest with you. You're sussing them out. You've been busy. And that's where change is coming, because you've been so busy. But in a good way. So I'm using the Smith-Waite tarot with the Celtic cross, which is working out very nicely. It's really pulling in the energy. And I brought in the Seasons of the Witch Oracle, and I've kept the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. The seasons of the witch is to really help us go around and through and around abouts with that change. That just to give us the gauge on where we want to work or need to pay attention to, where the changes are coming in because of those eclipses. And of course, the spirit of the animals is that totem animal that's buried deep within. That spirit wants you to harness that energy to help you through the month of April. We're starting off with looking into the future. Sagittarius, it's so typical of you that you keep focus on what you want, and that is a good thing. Because of all the distractions that you had and have been going through, dealing with your money, your reputation, your future even, your love life, you've been going through the ringer. So what do? You focus on the future. And that's good, because that's where you're at. Pretty much what's brought you to pay attention to. I could leave everything behind because they're just dogs baying at your feet, or you're feeling that claustrophobic feel around. Everyone coming around you wants to take a part of you or take you apart. So you're holding on to the one thing, which is your faith and that vision to see into the future, where you want to be, where you want to go. Well, the test is actually going there. Taking that one staff, that one precious thing, and moving along with it, because here you have the Six of Swords. So you're holding on to what you want and your compass to guide you. You're getting into that boat. Now, it could be just a mental journey that you'll go on, or you're really thinking of traveling because you want peace of mind and you want to get away from all of the things that have been disturbing you. Let's see, let's bring it down a little bit. So what's above you is beautiful. That Emperor, that take charge, that, okay, I've had enough of all the nonsense, so now I'm going to make a decision, and I'm sticking to that. And this is perfect because the energy just shifted when I put the card down, where there's no nonsense in your decision making. You're not tolerating anything lower than progress. You're deciding, and you're making it stick. You're really making it stick. It's like even I'm stuttering because you feel your energy. You've done enough. You've done everything. You've put your efforts in. You've mastered. You've overcome. You want to expand. You want to take things to a higher level. You want to grow. Again, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. You want to either make back what you've lost, or you want to just increase what you have. This is what's rooting you. This is what's pushing that Emperor to, okay, time to move on, time to expand, time to build, time to grow. Reconciliation. Either you want to, or you've been dealing with someone, you dealing with other people, and on an emotional level too. So it could be family, it could be friends, it could be just wanting to celebrate that you did, because this is in the recent past. So if you had a night out with friends, then you probably got that gist of, well, I want to take things to a higher level. Or maybe that night out with friends, you found out some truths that got you frustrated and put that fire under you to say, well, now I need to move on. I need to leave this. This is not what I want, because something of a good time didn't go very well, because you want to move, or you're deliberating moving on. Could could be it was a third party situation that you got wind of, or that you witnessed. That, again, that betrayal, Seven of Swords. For some, I mean, take it as it resonates. Either you were given, or you witnessed, or either way you were triggered. You were triggered by a third party, or you were triggered by a party where you went and you saw and you heard, or you were just dealing with people and information came to you not too long ago. You're looking for truth here. You're looking for victory. You're looking for justice. You want that. You want to know, and feeling that this is not a feeling. This is actual victory. This is an ace. This is a new beginning, fresh start, moving away. Again, Seven of Swords, thinking of you. Nobody else will think of you, so you're thinking of you. You're making decisions based on you, and you want the truth. Truth will come. Truth will come. Maybe you're dealing with air signs. Maybe not. You don't really care who's who. You want the truth. I tell you this, the energy that I felt putting this card down, it was just that. Heads are going to roll. Or maybe heads have already rolled. In your mind, that is, because you're moving on. Here you're at the point of, you know what, I need to be patient. I'm focusing on me. This is you, all you. You're doing you. You're really doing you, because this is Temperance card. So you're just waiting for answers to come. You're waiting. You're healing. You're thinking about what you want. You focus on your future. You're thinking, I need to temper this attitude. You don't want to be the bully. You never did. You never think that way. And somebody may be wanting to reconcile. Again, it is those cups. You may be the dream, the wish for someone, and they're thinking about coming back, making an offer, reconciling with you, wanting to deal with you again. There's honesty here. There's justice here. There's that King of Swords. Again, it is being truthful. You're not being emotional. You're taking this very seriously. You've had enough. You don't want to play games. You're not interested in childish games. If there is romance anywhere in here, you are trying to heal from betrayals. So I don't think you're really looking into the romance. Someone wants to reconcile with you. You're worried. You're not worried. It's not worry. It's more the fear that would come from this positioning, because these are your fears and desires. So the fear in here is that you would have to force the truth. You don't want to do that. The desire is to just have the honesty come and be justified and have the truth come. You just want the truth. You don't want to play games, and you're not playing games. You're focused. You're focusing on work. You're focusing on your goals. You're focusing on your plans. You're not telling. You're keeping everything quiet. You're following your instincts. You're going with your instincts, and you're thinking that you're only going to get lies. See right here. Choosing to stand your ground, choosing to just eliminate all of the enemies. You're going with justice. Sagittarius. You're following your instincts. You're really paying attention. You're holding on to your faith. You're not budging from that. That is, again, started here. You're holding on to the one thing you have, and that is your faith. Your spirituality is proving to serve you. This you cannot avoid. The situation that is to come or has happened is making you look at things differently. Your choices, choosing to stand your ground, choosing revenge for some, but I don't really feel that. I feel more of choosing to stand your ground. That's what I'm getting here. You're not giving in, you're not giving up, and you're not letting anyone try to trick you. You're not taking anything but the truth, and you're waiting for it. You're being very patient. You're changing your perspective on what would be freedom here, because you're understanding that you need to be free, you need to be on your own. You're understanding the next person is pretty much a free spirit too. And then again, there's patience in, again, you want to take a journey, or you want to see how, again, it's a knight that you're dealing with. It's someone who's still learning the ropes on how to be a king. Maybe you're realizing their youth there. Again, because now we're going from a knight down to the page, because as the longer you wait, the smaller the offer becomes. You see, here we're looking to just, okay, we're going on a trip, or we want to go on a trip. We want to have an adventure. You're changing your perspective on what freedom is in exploring a relationship with a particular person, the person who wants to reconcile. You're seeing that forgiveness is there, but again, the patience, you're waiting. So you're not seeing anything coming around. Nothing is coming into fruition. You want to have that forgiveness come. You want to give it, in fact, but it looks like things are just stuck. We're not changing, again, the mindset here. We're not growing. We're not becoming more. We're actually just waiting. We're waiting. And then we're looking at the possibility of forgiveness, and then we see all this confusion, and then we have a broken 8 of Cups. So it looks like slowly but surely we're moving away. Here we go. We have a bit of drama, we have a bit of confusion. It's emotional. So we're seeing that there's a lot of options here, and maybe this is where you're feeling like you were an option. You're feeling like there's an offer of apology, there's a new beginning, we have new opportunities. You're waiting it out because you want to see where it's going to go. For some, I mean, this is a little bit on the player mode. Again, see the blockage here is because your spirituality, your sense and sensibility is telling you that you don't want to go that way. You don't want to be tossed and turned. That is the frustration in itself. You're not feeling elevated, and everything that you're waiting for is just turning into a dream. It's not coming to fruition. The hope is that we could start again, but we're waiting. We're waiting for forgiveness to come. We're waiting for an offer. Now, is it that it is the player that is waiting that night? Because he's just waiting. See, the patience here. We're waiting. We're not really moving forward because we want to make an offer, but then it is opportunities. I have so many opportunities elsewhere. And there's that 5 of Wands, so it's a little bit of a deliberation. I don't know what to choose. I don't know how to. I don't know who to. I don't know when to. I don't know what to. It's a question of what is it that we really want out of this cup here? Because it's a dream, man. It's Pisces that comes forward. It's an idea of, okay, it could be like this. I want it to be like that. But at the end of the day, we're sort of stuck. We're waiting. We're waiting for something to come, and we want to go on an adventure, but we gotta wait. You see, everything's being blocked here. And we have our Chariot, which is even more blockage in the sense where it's the 7s. We have the 7, then we have the 7, more patience, more difficulty. We are looking to change the direction of a commitment. We need to have a conversation, but everybody has so much to say. And how many people are there in this relationship? How many people are there in this commitment? It's very confusing. It's very confusing what this offer could be because it is on a page level. So it's a starting up, a new beginning, a commitment that needs to heal, a commitment that we want to take seriously. We want to, again, you may be dealing with another Sagittarius. You're dealing with a fire sign or someone embodying this King of Wands here who needs to heal because he's looking towards the healing. And this could be you. You're turning your back on that disappointing. You're turning your back on the disappointment in the commitment. You're just focusing on healing. All of this wanting to change direction, have a debate on what we're going to do, where we're going to go, and all of the opportunities that we could have in this little cup. It's a dream. Because what we're dealing with is not coming in. It's just we're waiting for it to come in so that we can make an offer, and it's a very small one. We want to start over. What we did before didn't flourish. It didn't come to anything. The fun that we had, it didn't bring us to anything serious. It took us to confusion. And now the commitment is changing direction because of the disappointment in the fun not taking root. Wow, very dramatic, very confusing, very, very needy of the next person to wait and wait and wait. And then there's that overthinking. There's that wanting to stand. Too much thought going into what to say, if to say. Too much thought going into choices that can't get past. I need to take a stand. I need to step up. Could be the secret of this whole relationship is that they're not ready. It's not ready. Offer is not enough. The fun factor is gone to stalemate. too many opportunities or too many choices and can't decide on one. And then we're wanting to change, and the commitment is being changed, or we're committed to change, or we're not sure if we're coming or we're going here, because the direction is, again, we don't know. Bringing disappointment to having something grow and become. So we're looking away. We're not even looking back. We're not looking at this disappointment. We're not even interested. Our back is turned there, Sagittarius. We're looking forward to healing and finding the courage to bring things back into balance and overcome this and really look for our own happiness here. Again, justice being served, where it's karmic, where you have to take care of yourself. You have to look at what was, and you have to recognize that we're doing that again. I've been down that road. My own happiness is my own business now. Again, the justice here. Then we have the sun with the truth. Justice coming in to bring in that sense of happiness and a new beginning. Focusing on what you really want. Allowing this reconciliation to go through the courts for divorce for some. Others, it is just, I'm waiting for the truth, and I'm just going to move to suit when I get that truth. Standing your ground. You have enough experience to know when it's time to move on. You have that. You know that somebody's being childish. They're not facing up to, they're not owning up to, they're waiting. They're waiting to see if you will give in. And the truth is coming. Justice is being served. Eventually, justice will prevail and you will have your happiness on your own, because you will decide that I don't need that. I can take care of myself. I'm healing. I'm paying attention to my feelings. I'm healing emotionally. I'm overcoming this. Again, it's about standing in your authority. It's taken your authority. Moving on. You're going to do it because that is pretty much what you know you want to do. There's too many secrets, too much silence. People who need to speak are not speaking. You can't speak for them, and you can't prompt them. You have to wait for them. And if they don't give you a signal, then you're just moving on. The truth is where you are strongest. You're waiting for that. You don't have anything else to do but wait for it. You just keep doing what you're doing. You're building your legacy. You're making new plans anyway. You have a new idea in the fire. You're just going with, yeah, okay. You don't want to deal with the nonsense as it comes across as too much drama, too much confusion. You want things simple. You might be thinking, well, they need to grow up. So let's see because we're looking at reconciliation is on the mind of someone, but they're being childish. Because it's only pages that are showing. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles. So a new idea, new plan coming in. You're going to make your own plan. The blockage here is for the Knight that seems to be waiting for something to come into fruition to make an offer, which is actually a page. So it's a very small offer, which becomes very confusing. So let's see what the Seasons of the Witch offers us as how to deal with the changes that are coming. What do we need to help us with this change for Sagittarius? Oh boy. It's the perfect card. Discernment, the goddess. You have everything, you know. You don't really need anything more. You want to be in a relationship, but you're not dying for it. You're not begging for it. And if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, well, you just keep doing you. And that's the discernment here. See? That's this discerning quality of, I need to pay attention to my future. I need to move on. I need to change the way I think. I need to be more discerning. I need to not take chances. Not that you took a chance, but you found out. You know, when you want the truth comes to you. And you got it. See, because the suspicious behavior is what triggered you. So let's see what the goddess message is. And make sure to feel it in your bones. For you are what you believe. This is so Sagittarius. See that honey dripping there? That is so, the truth and the revenge is so sweet. But you feel it in your bones. You already know. You already know the answer. This is why you're moving on. You already know that they can't come to you. They don't know how to come to you. And when they do come, they come in as if it were innocence. They are innocent. They're not. They're not innocent. If they went playing with other people, other children, other whomevers, that's not innocent. They went willingly. Nobody forced them. They went there willingly. So you have your truth. You know the truth. It's coming. You're going to get the truth. They may come to you with, I'm innocent, but innocent of what is your question, eh? So let's see the animal spirit that is in you, that will bring you through this and help you to move along, because you need to move on. And it's not that it's difficult. It's a question of time. It's patience. You're already there. You're already thinking about healing. So let's see what that animal spirit represents here. The frog. Prosperity. There you go. It's beautiful. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune awaits you. See, abundance and good fortune await you. Right there, you just have to pay attention to you. You have that discerning quality. You just have to stand in your authority. You just don't budge from what you know. And you're going to get through. Sagittarius, on that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.